breakfast with pure Coys.
Yes, guys, welcome to an extremely late breakfast with pure Coys. Should have been on 8:30 this morning, so apologies for that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Today's a very special day for me. Not in a great way, but I lost my dad 4 years ago today, and I actually set up a show this morning thinking, you know what? Perfect. Get it out of my system, do a show, and get on with my day. But I woke up this morning, I really wasn't feeling it. So I cancelled it, and I wasn't going to do a show today at all. I was going to leave it till maybe tomorrow. But obviously, the Zerbi news is breaking all the time. More and more news coming out regarding Zerbi. So I thought, you know what? Before it goes crazy later, which I think it will, I thought I'd pop on for an hour now and just talk Spurs, talk De Zerbi, get out of my system. Hopefully, you guys can help me along the way. And let's get into it. So it looks like news breaking all the time. Okay, nothing official has come out, but news is breaking by the hour that it looks like it's going to be De Zerbi that comes in as the new Spurs manager. Listen, things have changed before. We know that. Anything could happen, but rumours are rife. Spurs have offered De Zerbi a 5-year contract with a massive um, bonus if he keeps us in the Premier League as well. Who wouldn't take it, right? If someone offered me 12 million a year plus a massive bonus to keep Spurs up, I'd take it. So listen, fair play, De Zerbi. It looks like it's going to be him. What do you guys think about it? I'm 6'7". That's what they're saying at the kids. I'm unsure. Listen, as a manager that brings a style of football, I like him. I think he's a decent manager. We will play good football, right? But he is a time bomb, a ticking time bomb. Are all the players going to be on board? Probably not. And maybe this is what the players need. Maybe they need a good old kick up the ass. Maybe they need someone who's going to come in and not take any shit. And I really don't think De Zerbi will take any crap. But listen, it's not the players that are the massive worry. It's the board, right? How long, what promises are going to be made to De Zerbi from the board? Because De Zerbi would not take this job. Surely you wouldn't take this job without assurances. Apparently, again, just reading news and reading rumours that Tottenham are or have told De Zerbi that they are going to go big. They're going to back him. We've heard it before, though, right? We've heard it so many times before. The board are going to back the manager. Let's see what they do this time. If it is De Zerbi, and it looks like it is, are this board going to back him? It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks leading up to the first game if he is in charge. Like I say, let's bring up some comments and then we will get into what I've seen on Twitter, and I will bring that up as well. Steve's in. Big up, Steve. And he says, good afternoon, Nige. This appointment is literally the last roll of the dice for Enoch. If it doesn't work, they have nowhere to hide. Yeah, let's hope so, mate. I feel like we've been saying that for years, though. This has got to be Enoch's last chance. It was always. This is Levy's last chance. Maybe this is Enoch's last chance. Let's see. What do I think about De Zerbi? I'm unsure. What do you think about De Zerbi, Steve? Are you happy? Is it a manager that you're happy with? Like I say, I'm not sure. Footballing wise, happy. Not so much in the other situations. But listen, I'm not going to get into the politics of De Zerbi. This is purely about football. I don't care about the rest particularly. I want to know what he's going to do on the football pitch to improve this club. And let's see what he does. Another Mr. Simpleton, big up, mate, says with a 5-year deal, De Zerbi will have time to sort out the dressing room, get rid of the bad apples, create healthy and good chemistry in the group. It will take some time, but it has to be done. Listen, for me, big up to you, buddy. This is a massive job for whoever takes it. And like I say, it looks like it's De Zerbi. First and foremost, we've got to stay in the Premier League, right? We have to stay in the Premier League. So it's going to be interesting to see how we play because De Zerbi has a certain style, and there is no doubt these players, a lot of these players, cannot play De Zerbi ball. Is that what we're going to call it? A lot of these players will not be able to play it. Yeah, De Zerbi likes to play out from the back. He invites the press. A lot of these players shit their pants when they get pressed. So it's going to be interesting. We need a massive clear out. This De Zerbi ball is not going to happen overnight. And you're absolutely right. Get rid of the bad apples, create healthy, good chemistry in the group. It's going to take time to build. Have the Spurs fans got it in them to give this manager or any manager time to rebuild this club? Because this is what it's going to take, right? It may not happen over a year. We may be crap for a year. We're just going to have to suck it up, and hopefully things will get better. Another Mr. Simpleton also says, ultimate Easter fun, 5 friends start as Tottenham with this situation, barometer on the table. Best situation after 5 seasons wins, not much sleep, I think. Happy Easter, or happy Easter to you, mate. And he says, player manager, forgot. Jimmy's in. Big up, Nigel chat. Good afternoon. Big up to you, Jimmy. I hope you're well, mate. And Marcus is in too. Says, big up, Nigel. Hope you're okay. And happy. Are you happy about the new manager? Honestly, don't know. Don't know, mate. This is going to be one that I think is going to run. What I will say, I had my heart set on Poch. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to hide it. I had my heart set on Poch, but you know what? We've had Poch. Let's move on. Maybe one day he comes back. But right now, if De Zerbi's a man, I will 100% get behind him. I think it is a car crash waiting to happen, if I'm honest. But listen, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. Let's stay in the Premier League. And then they will have to back De Zerbi in the summer if we stay up. They will have to back him because De Zerbi will not take shit. He will walk. You can guarantee it. Jimmy says, "Oh, nice. It's horrible, isn't it? Thinking about you, mate. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, listen, it's not a big deal. I appreciate it, but it's just one of those things. This morning, I thought it'd be just good to get out of my system, and I just like, nah. You know what? I'm just gonna go and sit in a cafe and feel sorry for myself for an hour. So I did that instead. But listen, we can't not talk about Spurs. There's so much going on. Marcus says, maybe they should buy players, not another useless manager. Yeah, let's see what happens. Listen, the more I look at it, the more I think about it, the more I actually think De Zerbi could be a good fit. We will look at why I think he would be a good fit, but also I'm going to give you reasons why he might not be a good fit, right? So we're gonna look into it. Andy's in. Afternoon, Nige. Do you think he will keep us up? If so, will he get the backing? Hit the likes, people. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah. Smash that like, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. I think he will keep us up. I thought we were going to stay up anyway. I do think it's going to be hard, but I do think we have enough in our squad, and hopefully with players coming back, we will just about stay up. Will he get the back in? That's a whole other story, right? You would hope so. If the board are spending this much money on a manager, you would think they're going to back him. But like I say, we've been here before. So we just don't know. Let's start the next comment, and then I'm going to go into the media and read out what I've seen on Twitter. And obviously this has come out, and I can read it from there. It's absolutely fine. And this is breaking regarding Roberto De Zerbi. Roberto De Zerbi is ready to accept Spurs contract proposal and take over with immediate effect. Deal done. 5-year contract until June 2031 with a salary worth £12 million per season fixed, plus an important 7-figure bonus to avoid relegation. Roberto De Zerbi was always Tottenham's main target, and Nadia convinced him to take over as a permanent manager with immediate effect. Final details to be sorted out, expect to be completed within the next 24 to 48 hours. Roberto De Zerbi will be the next Tottenham Hotspur head coach. So going by that, they are very confident. And then, of course, we always look out for Fabrizio, don't we? And he's literally just posted this. And it is the old timer. Tottenham Hotspur FC with the timer on the post that you put earlier today, 15 hours ago, that Tottenham are pushing to trying to get the green light for Roberto De Zerbi. He has then put the timer on. When he talks, usually things happen. That tells me that Roberto De Zerbi is very, very close to a Tottenham Hotspur move and becoming the next Spurs manager. This is on De Zerbi and how he plays his football. Build up from the back, invites pressure, breaks lines, positional play, fast after breaking press. Risky but elite football. And this is what we want, guys, isn't it? You know, attacking, exciting football, but let's be honest, we have not got those players. We have not got those players that are going to invite the press and get out of it. Our players are just not good enough, in my opinion. And that's proved year in, year out. Different managers. We are terrible when we are pressed. Absolutely shit our pants. So listen, I'm concerned. Can we, if this man comes in, and it looks like De Zerbi is, can he keep us up to start with? And if he does, we need a massive overhaul of players to get the players in that he needs to play. I don't want to keep saying it, but I'm going to. De Zerbi ball, right? He needs his players. And will he get them? We will see. We will see. Sorry, Marcus, I missed you out there. Marcus says the board probably offered him more bullshit again. Nice, yeah, they probably did, mate. They probably did. Listen, for me, the board have got nowhere to go now. They have to back a manager 2 seasons in a row. If we stay up, the likelihood is we're going to finish 17th and 17th, 16th, whatever, if we stay up. They have to realise we have to back this team now, or we are going to end up getting relegated. If it's not this season, it'll be next season. So the board now have to act. Will they? Let's see. Let's see. But first off, he needs to keep us up. Another Mr. Simpleton says, Enoch, maybe there is someone home. Maybe, mate. Maybe. We will see. Ghosted is in. Said, if we stay up, I'm just concerned with spending our transfer budget and building a team around a manager who may throw his toys out of the pram if he doesn't get what he wants. And I agree. I agree, mate. This is, listen, like I said, he is a ticking time bomb. And there is every chance that he could explode at any minute. So do we back him? We're going to have to, right? If we bring him in and we're spending that much money on his salary, on this bonus, if we stay up, then we've got to back him. You know, we've got to back him. Tottenham, for me, have backed themselves into a massive corner here. If we wanted De Zerbi that much, right, we're paying him this much now. And let's be honest, the reason we're paying him this much now is because he don't really want to come, right? If he's interested, it would have been in the summer. We're offering him more because we need him now. If we really wanted him that much, why didn't we get him the first time? Why didn't we get him 5 games ago, 5 Premier League games ago, before we got Tudor? Why not just pay the money then? It doesn't make sense. It's pure desperation from Spurs, and whether it's going to work or not, like I say, I'm not sure. I like him as a football manager. I think we will play good football under him if we get the right players, not with the current players we have. But listen, like I say, and like you say, mate, he is a ticking time bomb. He could go off at any minute, and listen, it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun, but maybe not in a good way. We will see. The cough's in. Big up, mate. It says, afternoon, Nigel. Big up to you, buddy. Great show earlier. Yeah, what do you make of it? What do you make of De Zerbi possibly coming into Spurs? Like I said, I have my heart set on Poch, but it looks like is not the right time again, which is really disappointing. So I just think if Tudor had come in and we've just got those couple of wins and made us safe, you know, then we could just ride out with Tudor to the end of the season, get Poch in the summer. But that's not going to happen now. It's clear that Spurs want De Zerbi. We want a new manager and a full-time manager right now. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But big up Chukov. Ghost has said, manager. I know what you meant, mate. I know what you meant. Marcus says, we have too many bad apples. We do. But listen, maybe Romero under a De Zerbi would be a better Romero. Heard people say it on other streams, you know. Maybe De Zerbi gets Romero playing. I don't know. Listen, for me, I'd have a massive clear out. I'd get rid of most of them. I got no affiliation to any of them, to be honest. But maybe, just maybe, if De Zerbi comes in, he gets the best out of him. Just seeing if there's any other news coming in regarding De Zerbi. I don't think there is at the moment, but we will see. Steve says, as we all know, it doesn't matter who the manager is, as long as Enoch run the club, we won't go forward. That's the fear, mate, isn't it? That is the fear, but I've got to be honest, man. And I'm hearing what people saying relegation could, relegation, that could make Enoch do something, whether they sell, whether they actually start putting money into the club to get us back up. I actually think what we're currently going through now, could possibly, and again, got no facts to back it, so I'm not going to say that it's going to happen, but you never know. This could be the scare that Enoch need to be like, oh shit, we either need to sell up now because this is about as good as it's going to get because we don't want to put the money in, or they say, right, okay, let's start putting the team first and see what happens. Apparently assurances have been made to De Zerbi that Tottenham are going to go big in the summer. I know we've heard it all before a million times. We will see what happens. Ghost is saying, other than that, he is probably the best we can get at the moment. I'd agree with that. I think he's the best we can get at the moment. Like I say, sad that it's not going to be Poch, but I'm going to get behind De Zerbi. We've got to get behind him. I want this team to stay up. I want our club to be in the Premier League next season, and starting next season, I want Spurs to be a force again. And that's going to take a lot of work. So let's see what happens. The Sheriff is in town. Big up, Nigel. Afternoon, bud. Big up to you, Sheriff. Hope you're well, mate. Not working today. I had a just a couple of jobs on this morning. So afternoon free, which is always nice. But yeah, not working today, mate. Golden Sun says, why didn't they get him in Feb? This is what I just said, mate. Why? Why didn't they get him in Feb? I know that he was like, I'm not sure I want to take another job to the summer. But again, they wanted him that badly, they would have gone for him. And it just feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Paratici wanted De Zerbi, and the other two, the wet lettuce, big up, Kate, and Vinay wanted Frank. Frank comes in. Paratici wanted Tudor. In the end, we end up with Tudor. We just seem to be going on with the managers that Paratici wanted. This board, Vinay, Lange don't seem to have a bloody clue, mate. It is what it is. I do think though, De Zerbi is definitely the best out of everything we've had over the last couple of years. I would say De Zerbi is a better manager for Spurs than an Ange was. And I know Ange won us a trophy. A better manager than Frank was, and a better manager than Tudor was. Is he the answer? I'm not sure. Just because he's an absolute hothead. Any of you seen the pictures of him in training? He doesn't take any shit. These players are going to have a shock. If De Zerbi comes in, which again, looks like he is, these players are going to have a shock when they come back from international duty. Marianne's in. Big up, Nigel. All in the chat. Hope you are well. Big up to you, Marianne. Thanks for coming in. I hope you are well too. I'm good. Starting to the process that De Zerbi news, though nothing official yet. Markstar, big up, mate, says, hi, is De Zerbi French for deserve it? Quite possibly. Isn't De Zerbi Italian? I'm sure he is, but I don't know. I got no idea. The Sporting Journey says, good afternoon. I hope you are, mate. I'm good, buddy. I hope you are too. Big up to you. And he says, please remember to smash a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you. Yes, hit that like button. It is so important. And if you're new, smash the subscribe button as well. Really would appreciate it. Though no one can tell at the moment on Facebook what's happening on Facebook, on YouTube, because everything seems to be down. The numbers are not right on there. It's all gone tits up at the moment on YouTube. Ghosted, and it is the fake Ghosted. Big up to you, says we deserve him. Nice. I like it. Steve says, if De Zerbi was always the target and they are going all out for him, why didn't they do this 7 games ago and waste time on a yeah, I agree. I agree. It feels weird, doesn't it? It feels weird that we've now gone for De Zerbi, though apparently we always wanted De Zerbi, and we've waited and wasted an extra 5 Premier League games to get him. But listen, desperation, right? If we really wanted De Zerbi in February, we probably could have got him for like 8, 9 million a year. Now we're having to pay 12 million a year because we are that desperate. Typical Spurs. Pete Chambers is in. Big up, Pete. Hope you are, mate. Says, hi, Nige. De Zerbi will be a massive flop. If only for his views as a man. I'm quite Mason's a good guy who's paid heavily for his pass. I wouldn't want a man like that managing my team. I listen. I totally get it. I don't really want to get into the politics of De Zerbi. I think um, we can look at it any way you want. Privately, what De Zerbi thought of certain people may have been different to what he said publicly. Publicly, he's trying to get behind his players, try and get the best out of them, right? We don't know what he was like privately, and that's all I say on it. It is what it is. If he comes in, I'm going to be thinking purely on football, mate. And if he can keep us up and get us playing some attractive football, and next season be an exciting side, then I'm all for it. Like I said a million times, I would have loved to have Pochettino back, but it looks like that's going to be another itch that we're not going to be able to scratch for another year, maybe another year. I'll go back to the chat in a minute because I want to bring this up as well, which I found quite interesting. This is De Zerbi's times at other clubs. And at Marseille, 69 matches. Brighton, 89 matches. Shakhtar, 30. Sassuolo, 120. Benevento, 29. And US Palermo, 13. So he's never, ever stayed at a club for too long. 120 games is the most he's ever stayed at a club, right? Yet we are offering him a 5-year contract, allegedly. Make that make sense. He must have asked for a 5-year contract because there is no way in my eyes that we would be offering a 5-year contract otherwise to a manager that's never stayed anywhere more than 3 years. It just feels weird. Give him a 3-year contract. In fact, don't even give him a contract. Give him a contract to the end of the season. Say, keep us up. This is your massive bonus. And if you keep us up, we are going to back you to the hill and we're going to give you 12 million a year. But first of all, keep us up. I don't know. It just feels a bit weird offering him a 5-year contract. But like I say, maybe that was part of his thinking. Give me 5 years and I'll come now. You know, if I only stay 2.5 of them, I only stay 2.5 of them. But if you want me now, you're going to have to pay out a 5 years contract. And you know what? Spurs are in no position to say no, right? They're in no position to say no. So it's going to be, like I say, it's going to be a ride. Mark's in saying De Zerbi will go toe to toe with the board if they don't back him. Absolutely. And this is it, mate. This could be fireworks. And like I say, as a fan, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. It really is. Steve says, 2 Mark show, afternoon cookie. Great show with you and Queen Ellie this morning. I think it's Sheriff in the chat. I haven't seen Cookie in the chat as yet. I don't think I've passed him. I think it's Sheriff who's in, but it was a good show from what I saw of it. I was driving through most of it though. Mark says 5-year contract. Wow, I know it's crazy. It's crazy, right? But like I say, Spurs are bent over a barrel a little bit. We don't really have a choice. We have to pay the money, right? It is what it is, guys. If you're new in this, smash that like, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Pete says there's uproar among the Spurs female supporters groups over this. Yes, listen, again, mate, I don't want to get into it too much. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's like I say, it's not like we've signed Mason Greenwood. I would totally understand it if we'd signed him. We just signed a manager that had him playing for them. You know, Greenwood was already a player there, wasn't he? When De Zerbi went, so it's not like De Zerbi signed him. And listen, as a manager, you like I say, you want to get the best out of your players. You're not going to slate them publicly, and what he thinks of him privately may be totally different. I don't know. Another Mr. Simpleton says maybe ENIC has hired a private director of football. No way this decision is on them. I don't think they have any say, to be honest. I think Lange will be gone in the summer. I'm going to say it now. I think Lange will be gone in the summer. Personally, Vinay won't. Vinay will stay, but I think Lange will go. 100%. I'm sure of it. I really am. I hope so anyway. Mark says, have we had the here we go yet? We're close, baby. We haven't, but we have had, like I say, I will post this again. We have had this from Fabrizio. He posted that this morning, and then 12 minutes ago, would have been about half hour ago now, posted the little timers. So I think it looks like it's happening. So we will see, but it almost looks like he is on his way to Spurs, and we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Joe Nag's in. Big up, Joe Nag says, will we stay up? I think we stay up. I think we stay up regardless of who's in charge, because listen, I can't be depressed about it. I've got to try and think positive. And the way I'm thinking is with the likes of Kudus coming back, hopefully he will give us an option up front, an extra three. You know what? I think more than anything, these players are going away on national duty. It will do them the world of good. Get away from toxic Tottenham for a couple of weeks. They can relax. I bet they left Spurs. I bet the moment they left that training ground and joined out with their international teammates, they were like, thank fuck for that. We are out of that club. They're out of it for a couple of weeks. They can regain a bit of strength, a bit of composure, get their confidence back, and hopefully come back to Spurs ready for the final 7 games and ready to fight. I think we stay up, Joe Nag. This is not going to be easy. I don't think we're going to stay up by 5 or 6 points. I think it will go down to the last game of the season. But I do believe, got to believe, that we're going to stay up. Because if we don't, the thought of going down and what could happen to the club is beyond thinking about. Lee says, hello, everyone. Big up, Lee. I hope you're well, mate. And Sheriff said, I ain't Cookie. I think he's up the allotment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Steve says, sorry, Sheriff. Hope you are well. I hope you're well too, Sheriff. It is, yeah, I'm sure Cookie's around somewhere. Joe Naggan, I'm sure Cookie and Sheriff will be doing a call-in show tonight because there is a lot to talk about. Joe Nag says, I'm putting a 5 on Zerbi and Spurs parting ways before the season ends. Mate, I'd stick a 10 on it. It's going to happen, right? It is going to happen. Something will kick off. You can guarantee. We will see. But listen, I think Zerbi will keep us up. What happens going forward and into next season? Listen, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a ride. And we've just got to enjoy it, I guess. Let's stay up first. So, Dong, is it? I'm just going to call you Dong. The board is bringing in a mercenary. He is coming for the money. No, the club, he will cause chaos and leave before his deal is up. He will 100% leave before his deal is up, mate. 100%. And he probably is a bit of a mercenary, right? It does feel a little bit like the Conte signing when we brought Conte in. Conte rejected us. We suddenly then offered him an absolute banging wage, and he's like, oh, okay. And listen, he didn't stay too long either. It could be another Conte situation, and I don't think De Zerbi is as good a manager as Conte, but he does play better football. So, listen, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to end in tears at some point, of course. Most managers, it does. But I think this is going to be short, sharp, quick. We might get 18 months out of him. I definitely don't think he's going to last 5 years. That is 100% sure. Damien's in. Big up, Damien. Said more managers and Premier League points in 2026. Absolutely. That sums up Tottenham Hotspur in a nutshell. Yeah, 100% of them are bad. Actually, yeah, they do. They do. And listen, it's going to be interesting to see what De Zerbi does, because there is a lot of players with attitudes in that side. And if these players thought, and I bet some of them are sat in their international camps now, if De Zerbi comes in and thinking, shit, maybe we should have played a little bit for Frank, because this De Zerbi guy, he's gonna want to fight us. He will literally want to fight us. I actually think it could be quite exciting. I really do. I think it's going to be interesting. Dong says Romero, VDV, Vicario, Dragishin, and Porro out. I actually think De Zerbi could get the best out of Porro. I'll be honest. Um, Listen, but I don't care if anyone leaves. I've got no affiliation to any player at that club. In fact, probably only one, and he hasn't played all season. And that's Madison, because as much as people, there's some people like him, some people don't. And I know he's a bit of a pansy. He goes down a bit easy sometimes, but we've missed him. We really miss Madison. And he says all the right things. Anyone watching his YouTube channel, listen, he loves Spurs, and you can see the leader in him. Even with the youngsters, the way he was training, you could see the leader in him, and everyone warms to him. Personally, I'd be making Madison captain next season, personally, because if he's fit, if he's fit. But that's just me, and that's probably why I'm not a manager. Full Works is in. Big up, buddy. Hope you're well. Says, I like Zerbi, but will his style galvanise the players we have at this stage? Big doubts, Maz. Big up, Maz. I thought it was you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? 7 games to go. He's not really going to have time to stamp his authority, to put his style. And his style is very much playing out from the back, right? And we know that we shit ourselves under pressure. So for me, it's going to be an interesting 7 games if he comes in. Will it be just like, I don't know, get into the players and get them playing however we play? We're not going to be playing De Zerbi ball. I'm not going to stop saying De Zerbi ball. We're not going to be playing the De Zerbi way until next season. You would think if he stays, right? But it's going to be interesting to see how he manages the squad, because there's a lot of egos in there, and I think it'd be good to see a few of them pull down a peg or two. Personally, Don says play Danzo and Vuskovic at centre in the back next season. Interesting, definitely. Listen, if we went down, I'd definitely be looking at those two as my 2 centre backs. I don't know. Listen, I love Vuskovic. From what I'm seeing of him, he looks decent. He looks like a real star, doesn't he? And someone who could be one of the best defenders in Europe in years to come. Not right now. He looks like he could go that way. Yeah, he looks like he's got that temperament, a bit of a Harry Kane temperament, or he's just focused. But I don't know. I don't know whether he's ready for the Premier League just yet. And Danzo, I see a great squad player. Never got an issue with him coming in. But would I want him as a starter next season? For me, no. But listen, horses for courses, right? We'll see. I think it'll be interesting to see who De Zerbi brings in. I like the centre back at Brighton. Van Heck, is it? I like him. Maybe he brings him in. Obviously, I think he's managed him before. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who we bring in and whether this board back the manager. We will see. Dong said, I think once April starts, Amanda Staveley is able to come back with another takeover bid. Listen, it's a dream, isn't it, to have Spurs sold and have Enoch at the club. My one concern is with this Staveley lady. That is, listen, for some reason I've got a bit of a thing for. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's the eyes, I think. But um, has she got the money? Have they got the money? They might have the money to take over the club, right? But have they then got the money to back the team? Because we need a lot of investment. I would say 3, 4, 500 million just to get us really competing. Have they got that much money to put into the club, into the team? I'm not sure. But listen, Enoch have got to go, haven't they? Terrell's in. Big up, Nige. Big up to you, buddy. I hope you're well. Guys, if you haven't, get over to Terrell Gunner TV. Smash a sub. I know he's a gooner, but he's a good gooner. So, yeah, get over and sub to him. He is growing all the time. The sheriff is saying hello. Cough is saying, I want Poch. Yeah, I wanted Poch too, mate. But, it is what it is. It looks like it's going to be another one of those where it's just not quite the right time. And then in 18 months, when De Zerbi loses his shit and leaves, Poch will probably be another job, and it won't be the right time again. I do kind of think if it's not now, it'll probably be never. But we'll see. June is in, saying big up, Nige. Ben, a 2 Mark show in chat. Big up to you, June. I hope you're well, mate. loving the picture, Call the Diddy, Call of Diddy. I like a bit of Call of Duty, but I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at it. I was good at the earlier games. The ones now, when you can fly and all that shit, nah, not to me. Not to me. Judge saying we are so in trouble. We are. Tricky said, love the intro music. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, mate. Yeah, mixed it up a little bit. I've had the same intro music for best part of a year now, so I thought I'd change it slightly. Put a few new players in there. Had to take Johnson out and obviously Frank, and put a few different ones in. Next season it'll change again, but I think I might keep the music the same for a little while. Kevin's big up to you. Kevin says, can he galvanise the team and win 3 or 4 games? I'm very doubtful, but happy it will be a manager with Premier League experience. Squeaky bum time, and I think that's where I am now, mate. He has Premier League experience, and for that, I'm happy. You know, I think he could do a good job for a short term. I think he keeps us up. Like I've already said, I think we stay up anyway because I'm just see the players coming back, and I think, listen, no game on papers. You know, the game isn't played on paper as it is played on a football pitch, obviously. But I look at our running, and I know a lot of people say we've got a really tough running. I don't think we have. We have in the way we're playing because we're rubbish. But I look at the games. I still look at Leeds. I still look at Brighton. I still look at Everton. And I look at Sunderland. Yes, all teams are doing a lot better than us. But I look at them and I think they're winnable games. It's not like we have Arsenal, Man City. I mean, I wish we did have Man City. We have got Chelsea, but Liverpool, we've got all these tough games. We've got games that in any other season we'd be saying 3 points. So for me, it's up to the players now. It's up to the players. Let's see what we can do. Jen said, this Zerbi could do well or absolutely backfire. And I think this is the exciting thing, mate, isn't it? It could be fantastic or it could be absolutely horrific. And man, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I really am. The sheriff said survived Ange Ball afternoon. Listen, I'm just waiting for the news to come in. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Rodney said, big up to all Comedy Spurs, Lange and Enoch out yet. They're the next 2 for me that need to go. Lange out, Enoch out. Absolutely. Lange is just an absolute donut, isn't he? The prof says, my numbers seem right, only 2 watching. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Just don't look at the numbers because you're looking, you're like, fuck, what have I done wrong? But yeah, is all tits up, isn't it, at the moment on YouTube? I keep looking at looked at my subs before I start. My subs isn't even coming up. It's just like I don't know what's going on YouTube at the moment. It is what it is. Kevin saying hi to Lee. Everyone's saying hello to each other. And here he is. Cookie is in the building. Afternoon, nice afternoon to you, mate. I hope you're well. How's the allotment? And are you live tonight for a phone in? Because, mate, there was a lot to talk about. And yeah, let's see what happens. Tricky says Enoch can do one. How many chances have they had already? Absolutely 100%. 100%. And Mark says, agreed 100%, mate. Always wanted Poch. But if you can't combine Tottenham Hotspur FC and USA as a double job with one of his management team, we have no choice. He looks like a good call. If he's back to come on, you Spurs. Yeah, and this is where I am. Listen, Poch was my dream. I would have loved him back. But right now, more important thing is we need to stay in the Premier League. And as much as we were talking about the likes of Redknapp and Sherwood and different ex-Tottenham players, these managers, they haven't been in the game for the last 10, 15 years. And the game's moved on a lot in the last 5 or 6 years. I just think, you know, we need someone with Premier League experience who's been in it recently. And De Zerbi's been in it recently. I would have, listen, like I said, I would still love Poch, but it's not going to happen now. So let's just get behind De Zerbi and see what happens. Cookie saying, does he save us? Listen, I've said it before and I say it again. I think we save ourselves anyway, regardless of who's in charge. Maybe that's just me being super optimistic. And I agree. I look at us and I watch us and I'm not sure where the next win comes from. But I am confident with Kudus coming back, with the players getting an extra couple of weeks, your doggies and the likes getting Bergwald's getting an extra couple of weeks training. And I just think, you know, Who knows? I think we have enough to stay up. Whether we can or not is another question. I think we should, and I definitely think we will with De Zerbi in charge. But listen, we will see. Sheriff saying, here he is. The boss is about. He is. He is. Best be on your best behaviour, Sheriff. The boss is in. Joe Nag said he'll bring over Greenwood and Højbjerg. Listen, when Højbjerg left a couple of years ago, I was like, thank God. He's a good squad player, but we need better. Right now, I am crying out for Højbjerg to be in the team. We wouldn't be in this position if Højbjerg was in the team. And this is where we are as a club. It is what it is. But I definitely don't think he'll bring Greenwood or Højbjerg. I don't think he'd be that silly to bring Greenwood with him. Listen, for whatever he's done in his private life, and he's an absolute idiot for that, and I don't condone it in any way. He is a bloody good goal scorer. And if we're talking just football, and Pete Chambers saying, wouldn't surprise me, John. I'd be amazed if he brought Greenwood over it. That would be the biggest own goal Enoch have ever done, I think. Can't see it happening. Jordan said that the Shakhtar stink was because of the war, but point is still valid. Yeah, no, true. I just think what I'm saying is he just hasn't ever stayed too long at clubs, has he? So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Again, like I say, nothing's been made official yet. We will see what happens over the next 24 hours, I guess. Angus says, big up, Nige. Hope you're well, mate. Even if you had David Blaine and Dynamo, I don't see you staying up. Your players don't care, and you don't have the kahunas. Well, mate, I think we do. I think we do. I think you're right. I heard you crack that this morning. It was good this morning. It was a good one this morning. But listen, I think if De Zerbi comes in, like I said, I've already said, I think we would stay up anyway. Just. I'm not saying we'd stay up easy, but I do think De Zerbi is going to get something out of this lot. I really do. And mate, before we talk about kahunas, yeah, let's just make sure your guys get over the line first, because you've got an interesting couple of weeks ahead. Let's see what happens. Big up to you, Angus. Tricky said De Zerbi could easily take us down, but would then also fancy him to get us back up. This is the thing now. Would De Zerbi stay if we went down? I think he must have some sort of clause in his contract that says, if we go down, I can fuck off. Because I don't see in any way, shape, or form he stays in the championship. But listen, I'm going to try not to think that negatively, mate. I'm going to try and think that we're going to be fine. We will see. It's going to be interesting to find out. The Stoic's in. Big up, Stoic. Says picking De Zerbi is putting a lunatic in charge of the asylum. You know what? It might just work. And this is, listen, it's I think after we've got Tudor, I think anyone feels better, right? And for me, never really wanted De Zerbi, but I'm warming to it. And mainly just because I think it's going to be interesting to watch. And as a creator, that's what I'm going to call myself. I think it's going to be great viewing and great content. And let's hope it's good content for Spurs winning lots of games, but we'll see. Mark says the players have pissed around for too long. They would have any other manager around their little finger. He will get this team over the line, but he hasn't got much time. That's where I am. I think he will get the team over the line. But he hasn't got much time. 7 games we have. And listen, no manager has come in Premier League history and kept the team up with only 7 games to go. So we're in uncharted territory. Let's see what he can do. It's going to be interesting. Winkle, big up Winkle says, I bet Conte's keen. Been on the blower to De Zerbi. Maybe. If you want to get out of Spurs, just mention how crap they are and how they're, they always fail. And then you're fine. You can go. And Cookie is saying we will have it large on the fan calling show at 6 p.m. So guys, get over to the 2 Mark show at 6 p.m. for a call-in show. It should be a good one. And then he says they both need to go, Nigel. The wet lettuce and nuts Vinay need to go. They do. I do think no Vinay will stay. I can't see him losing his job yet. Maybe another season. We'll see what happens. Angus says, I warned you about Vinay. All he is Enoch's puppet. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I don't see him going anywhere yet, sadly. Ease in, said, hi, Nige. What happens with him if he can't keep us up? I'm guessing he goes, right? He goes, and then we can all dream again about Poch again. Think, listen, if we go down, that's a whole other story. We'll be looking at championship style managers. I just can't think like that at the moment. Cannot think like that at the moment. You know, it's easy to get sucked into those conversations when you're losing every week, which we are. But because we haven't played for a week, I'm starting. I'm a typical Spurs fan, right? I'm starting to feel like, come on, we can do it. We can do it. We're going to stay out. We're going to be fine. And then literally probably within a quarter of an hour watching the Sunderland game, I'll be like, oh, we are so fucked. We're so screwed. But we'll see what happens. I'm guessing, mate, he will go. If he can't keep us up, I'm guessing he'll have some sort of clause where he can leave. I study with Paul. Big up, mate. It says different jersey will do the players good. Hope they stay up. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, mate. Give them a bit of a break from Spurs. We all need it, right? As fans, we need it. It's been a lovely week without Tottenham. By the weekend, I will be craving some Spurs again. But right now, it's just nice. It's just nice. They're not stressing us out too much. Marianne said, Lange and Vinay out and take the board with you. It's amazing that they had a massive restructuring last summer. This is the board to take us forward. Wow. And already it's gone tits up, and they're probably going to be doing it all again. All again. Angus says, Nigel, where do you see us getting points? Where do you see you getting points from? Though you see you staying up. Listen, I think we can get points in any of the games we're playing, apart from Chelsea. Apart from that, I see us getting points in every game, mate. Doesn't mean we will, but I can see it. You know, I can see us getting some at Sunderland. Why not? You know, yes, they're doing very well at home, but why not? I can see us getting points against Brighton at home. I can see us getting points against Everton at home. And then people will say that Everton are flying, their away form is really great. If you look at our home form against Everton, we beat them all the time. Not saying we will this time. And our home form is wretched, I know. But I'm just looking on past games, and Everton have a really poor record at Tottenham. So there I'm looking at a Tottenham victory. Leeds have a really poor record at Tottenham. I'm looking to Spurs go and win that game. If you want to stay up, right, if you want to stay in the Premier League, these are games you've got to win. And I'm not saying they're easy by any means. Of course, they're not easy. But what I'm saying is I'd rather play Leeds at home, Everton at home, Brighton at home, Sunderland away, than I would play Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. So they're all games that I think on paper we can win. Whether we will or not is another question. Joey says, I will save my thoughts for tonight. Fair play to you. And big up, Joey. Hope you're well, mate. The Spurs Crusade says we just need to match everything West Ham do results-wise, and then we stay up. That's it. That's it. And you would hope, mate, if we can pick up a couple of wins, suddenly we drag Leeds, we drag Forest back into it. I don't think it's over by any means. A lot of fans, and understandably, after that Forest game, were very, very down. And I was one of them. I was like, we're down, we're screwed. But listen, you just never know. Football's a funny old game, as Greavesy would once say. You know, you never know. We could pick up a result where we least expect it. Suddenly other teams are dragged into it, and let's just see what happens. Pete Chambers says, breaking news, De Zerbi's house broken into. His Jim will fix it badge stolen along with his glitter record collection and a signed Wolf Harris pictures. Wowzers. That's enough to get anyone in trouble, that. The show says 60 million for 5 years. Nice work. It is around 18 months max. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. The Stiggers in. Says, hi, Nige, this board have been gambling with our Spurs for years, and yet another huge gamble on staying up with a manager I don't think is suited for this. And this is it. Listen, he's never been in this situation, right? He's never been in a relegation battle. So it will be interesting to see how he does. At the same time, you know, we're crying out for a manager with Premier League experience. He's got Premier League experience. So Stig, I'm with you. It is a huge gamble, but Tottenham have to gamble, right? We have to gamble now. We don't have a choice. They have fucked the season up royally with A, the manager situation, B, not backing the managers, and this is the position we're in. So the board have a lot to answer for, and no doubt a lot of these board members will get sacked in the summer, and we'll be doing a whole turnaround again. And Enoch will probably stay. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Um, Mark says, if De Zerbi signs, has this made West Ham favourites to go down with the bookies? They always know. Well, West Ham still should be favourites to go down, shouldn't they? Because we are still a point above them. I know that could all change. I mean, West Ham face Wolves before we go away to Sunderland. So, listen, I think there's no reason why West Ham and Spurs can stay up. And maybe we drag Forest and Leeds into it. Who knows? Daniela's in. Big up, Daniela. Said, is this again Spurs throwing money at the wrong thing? A manager, not players? Quite possibly. Quite possibly, Daniela. And we should have thrown money at players in January, and we didn't. And we are in this situation now where we have no choice as a club. We have to now chuck money at a manager. We have no choice. And it's desperation again, is what we do best. We are the most desperate side in the Premier League, but I'm really hopeful it keeps us up. That's all we can do. Evan, big up, says, big up, Nige. And I don't really know about this manager. Hope he will keep us up. Well, he's a fiery little bugger, mate. He doesn't take any crap. He plays good football, possession football. He likes people to press on him, and they like to play out from the press and play attacking football quickly. We haven't got the players for that now. Currently, we haven't got the players for that. So it's going to be interesting to see if he comes, how we set up. But let's see what happens. Angus saying I'll be getting my popcorn ready for when he arrives. I would, mate. It's going to be car crash. It's going to be brilliant. Let's see what happens. Paige's in, said afternoon peeps. Good afternoon, Paigey. I hope you're well. And then there's the old eyes emoji. Let's see what happens. I think something's going to happen today. I really do. I think De Zerbi will be announced at some point tonight. I'm that confident. Daniela says, Mark, Spurs are still favourites, but the bookies won't say this because they're afraid of the money that would be put on you. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Conrad, big up Conrad, says, don't care about De Zerbi. Hope you're enjoying your day and doing well. What has De Zerbi won? This is it again. Another manager who has won nothing, right? But listen, a lot of fans want him. A lot of fans don't want him. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens under him. Mark says 5 years is a golden parachute for De Zerbi by another name. Listen, he's loving it, isn't he? Who wouldn't take the job though, right? If you're offered that much a year for 5 years, and you know that you're probably only going to do 2 of them max, why wouldn't you take it? Daniela says, to be honest, are of Spurs fans and West Ham squad, West Ham have a squad more sorted to De Zerbi. I probably think you're right there. Probably think you're right. Listen, De Zerbi likes to play football, likes to play from the back. I'm not sure Spurs have the players to play the way De Zerbi wants right now, but we'll see. Joey Barton says she looked better before surgery. Just staying. Yeah, she has had a bit of surgery since then. She doesn't quite look the same, but hey. The Sporting Journey says, does De Zerbi stay if Tottenham go down, Nige? I don't think he does. I think he goes. Cookie says, Staveley is a bit rough, to be honest, Nige. Eyes wide shut and all that. Listen, I'm single, mate. What can you do? I'll leave it there. Mark says, if De Zerbi can get a tune out of these players, it's a lot of money, but peanuts compared to the cost of relegation. He will be a massive hero if he can keep us up and get the big names flying. This is it. For me, it's a no-lose situation for any manager coming into this club. I know a lot of people say, why would a manager come in? If you get relegated, you're going to get... I don't see a manager getting the blame for 7 games. I really don't. I think he comes in. If he keeps us up, like you say, he's an absolute hero. If he goes down, then he moves and it is what it is. No one's really expecting him. Everyone's saying in this chat now, and all over the place. Spurs are favourites to go down. You know, so many Spurs fans like, Spurs are going down. On TalkSport, Spurs are going down. So if we go down, manager's not going to get the blame for that. And if they stay up, he's a hero. He gets paid an absolute wedge, and happy days. Happy days. Dong says, I think Maresca would be interesting. I see him as a guy with an axe to grind who could bring the players together with an us against them world mentality. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Maresca was a no for me just because I didn't really like the way Chelsea played. But listen, he did well everywhere else. Cookie said, Pete, jump on later if you're about. Yeah, 2 Mark Show doing a call-in show at 6. So anyone wants to go over to that at 6 o'clock, call in, give your points, you know. Let Cookie and Sheriff know how you're feeling about this De Zerbi possible news that he is going to be our new manager. Like I say, nothing official yet, but it does look like it's on the cards. Ed Emsin said, afternoon nights, we go from ultra defensive to ultra attacking once again. We never can go for a manager with balance. He might keep us up, but I give it 16 months and it will be utter chaos once again. Yes, I agree. 100%, mate. We do it all the time, don't we? We have no plan at this club whatsoever. We go from attacking to defensive to no idea to, you know, to an aggressive manager to, you know, someone who gets on well with the. It's just weird. We, like I say, the club, first of all, need to come up with a plan. They need to come up with a strategy and a way of playing and stick with it and not just keep changing by the day, by the year. But that's what we do. It's what we do best. And I agree. I don't see it lasting any longer than 16 to 18 months with De Zerbi, but we will see. It is going to be interesting viewing, that's for sure. Mark says, to be fair, the big name players wouldn't respect Harry or Dyche or Big Sam. De Zerbi is the only name to kick them into shape, literally. And I think this is a good thing about De Zerbi coming in. I do think he will shock a few of these players. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Guys, I'm going to go for another 5 or 10 minutes. The Sporting Journey says, I know it's going to be hard, but the fans are going to have to look past the politics and give him time to see what he can do. This is absolutely agree, mate. This is a football club, right? I know it's hard to believe because football is always put last, but we are a football club and there's too much shit and politics going on in the world. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to do it. I want to talk football. And listen, if he can sort us out in the football department, then fantastic. That's all I care about at this precise moment. Pachoa, big up, mate, says our next manager need to play the academy players that know what is to fight for the badge. They run their socks off and they're worthy of the wages. Big up to you, mate. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because we're in a relegation scrap, yeah, and it's so difficult to be chucking young players into that. For me, I disagree. I think you play the experienced players. For me, Polinia, Gallagher have to start now for the rest of the season. They need to be our midfield too. And we go from there. As many experienced players in the team as we can get. Let's stay up. We can think about bringing youngsters in and etc. next season. Let's just stay in the Premier League first. But big up to you, Beto. I hope you're well, mate. Dong is saying hello to Lee. The future's bright. The future's lily white. Great name, says afternoon, buddy. Hope you're well, mate. Love the picture. Love the name. And yeah, hope you're doing well. Sporting Journey saying big up to Sheriff. And Designated Hotspurs in saying big up, Nigel. Hope you're well. I am good, mate. I hope you are too. Guys, if you haven't, get over to the Designated Hotspur and smash a sub. Absolutely brilliant content creator, knows his Spurs and knows how to talk on the phone when he's driving. I can't do it. I tried it. I tried doing a video the other day while I was driving, but I just couldn't do it. It is what it is. The 2 Mark Show saying hello to the Sporting Journey. Let's go through the chat. People I haven't said hello to. Mark says, maybe De Zerbi is the prodigal to keep us up, kick the players into shape, kick out the board, and then Poch to come back next summer. Come on, you Spurs. That's the dream, mate. That's the dream. Mr. M, De Zerbi out. How long? How long? How long do we give it before the first fan seriously says De Zerbi? Or are you being serious? You could be the first, if so. But how long will it be? What are we going? 2, 3 games? We will see. We will see. Future Bright says a bit torn on De Zerbi. For me, Lange and Vinay need to be sacked now, and a new director of football come in. De Zerbi must be given control of transfers, and must be. If he's not, it's another waste of money. In 12 months, he'd be gone. Again, 100% agree. I don't see Lange and De Zerbi connecting on that level. I think De Zerbi would scare the hell out of him. I can imagine Lange just cowering in the corner as De Zerbi's like barking orders at him about who he wants. Um, but hey, listen, maybe that works. Maybe that works. We will see. It's going to be an interesting ride, that's for certain, with De Zerbi in charge. Ed M saying managers like De Zerbi are great football to watch as a neutral, but when it's your team and you're conceding 60 goals a season, he'd be blaming everyone but himself. The appeal soon fades. Mate, bang on, bang on. Listen, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of his football to say. I don't know whether he concedes a lot of goals. He did well at Brighton, I thought, but this was the problem with Ange. Yeah? Everybody loved Ange's ball, apart from a lot of the Tottenham fans, or most of the Tottenham fans, because we saw it week in, week out. It was terrifying. You know, we conceded a lot of goals. Yes, we scored a lot, but we conceded a lot too. So yeah, for me, listen, it will be great for neutral. I think De Zerbi's a little bit more defensive than Ange, I want to say. We will see. Mr. M says Lange and Binai are complete shit houses. They are. They are. I can't disagree with you more. I can't agree with you more. Sorry. Hughes in, big up, mate, says, will he still get paid so much in the championship? Well, again, great picture as well. I actually think he won't. He won't be here in the championship. I think if we go down, he gets paid off and he goes. Um, Obviously, he won't get paid off for his 5-year contract. There's got to be some sort of deal in now that if he gets relegated, that he can leave and Spurs maybe don't pay him out. But we'll see. We will see. Angus says, Nige, even if he wins Premier League, I still want him gone. Are we talking about Arteta now? Listen, sometimes it's nice to have a change, isn't it? Arteta's been in charge a long time. Sometimes it's nice just to cut ties a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm not an Arteta fan. I think he's an absolute twat. But that's just me. Molo's in 5 years, 5 months is a long contract based on recent times. It is 4 managers in a year Tottenham Hotspur have had. Crazy, isn't it? Ange, Frank, Tudor, and now with De Zerbi, it's going to be the man, De Zerbi. 4 managers in a year. Absolutely crazy. Mr. M says Tudor is too poo. He is. He should never have been brought in the first place. Like I say, if we wanted him that much, De Zerbi, why didn't we just get him 12 games to go instead of 7? It is what it is. Hugh says, I'm going to laugh so hard when Spurs get relegated. Does that make me... No, it doesn't. No, not at all. Future's bright. Future's Eddie White saying he's got full control of transfers and the top DOF unwilling to get right behind the man. And this is what it is. We have to... Yeah, it's all about who Spurs bring in to help him. It's all right bringing De Zerbi in, but he's going to need help. And we can't carry on with the director of football we have. Needs to change. Roy's in, saying Arsenal supporters falling about, laughing at Spurs. Frank in, Frank out, Tudor in, Tudor out, De Zerbi in. De Zerbi, yes, we will see. De Zerbi keeps us up. Then we'll see who's laughing as Arsenal bottle the title. Lisa's in. Big up, Lisa, saying, afternoon, Nigel. I'm very happy with the appointment of De Zerbi. Hope you're well. Much love. Much love to you as well, Lisa. Yeah, listen, I wanted Poch back, but I'm going to get behind. I'm going to get behind this manager because I really do think, listen, we need to get behind him, right? We need to get behind him. We need to stay in the Premier League and then go from there. Ed M says, if they've got him directly after Frank, I've no doubt he got enough points to keep us up. It will be tougher now, but you never know. He still might. Yeah, I agree. Should never have hired Tudor. It should have been De Zerbi straight after Frank if we really wanted him. It feels like a bit of a desperate move now, but like I say, I think he will keep us up. Queen Ellie's in. Big up, Queen Ellie. Says, big up, Nige. De Zerbi ball. It's one flew over the cuckoo's nest, and myself and Mark Cookie talked about Roberto and the fire he will bring. I do like his style of football. Yeah, listen, it is going to be it's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be exciting. I really do think that. I think we'll play some great football under him if we stay up, not this season, but next season under De Zerbi, I think we will play some great football under him. But we also will be waiting for the moment it all blows up, which it no doubtedly will. But we will see. Future's Bright says, I was saying before Levy got dragged out of the club, Vinay was a Levy 2.0, and that's exactly what he is, but far worse. Yeah. I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? You know, again, they've come out today and they've said, you know, they're going to back De Zerbi. De Zerbi's going to be massively backed in the summer. Let's see. Let's stay up, Bust. But yeah, Vinay for me hasn't really got a clue. The problem with Levy is that he wanted to be in control of everything, and now you see now he's gone because he was in control of everything. The club haven't got a clue. They are literally going around trying to work out what to do, and this is going to take a couple of years to sort out. I think I really do. Dio's in. Big up Dio says, is De Zerbi's managerial appeal that he plays attacking football? Don't we need to stop conceding goals at the moment? What can he do with this attacking line anyway? He's not a miracle worker. Again, it's a good point. Listen, I think De Zerbi's been brought in for the long term. Right now, I don't see him being able to do a lot with any of them. It's a question of whether we can get into them. Those heads. You know, mentality is a massive thing in football. And I think a lot of the players have switched off. He needs to switch them back on again somehow. And like I said earlier, I think this 2-week break from Spurs will do the players a lot of good. Let's hope they come back and fight. 7 games to go. I think we get 3 wins from those 7 games. We stay in the Premier League. That's just what I'm thinking. 3 wins will keep us in the Premier League. Let's see if we can get them. It'd be interesting to see what De Zerbi does, though, if he does come in. Jordan's in. Big up Jordan. Said De Zerbi is a very good manager, but I don't think he keeps us up. Oh, wow. He has to, mate. He has to, right? This is Tottenham's last throw of the dice to keep us in the Premier League. It has to work. Future's Bright saying, I want to say it's been a lovely break, but I'm missing it, man. Even the defeats, I just want to watch my team, the drama to keep. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. It's been a nice week, but I'm kind of itching for another game now. I want to see Spurs. I just want us. I just want us to win a game. Just want us to win a game. The Sporting Journey saying, I honestly believe that Poch wasn't even considered by the board. As I'm sorry, I'm just about to kick someone out. Will not listen to politics on this channel of any sort. Yeah, idiot. The Sporting Journey says, I honestly believe that Poch wasn't even considered by the board. Possibly not, mate. Possibly not. We will see. Jordan says, why won't we get points at Sunderland? Because we haven't won in 13 games. Can't see us winning a game. But that's got to change at some point, right? That's just the way I'm looking at it. It's got to change at some point. We have to start winning at some point, surely, right? I might be clutching, but, you know, listen, Sunderland are having a great season, and they've been really good at home. But let's be honest, we said at the start of the season, you play Sunderland, you'd fancy us to win, right? I think if we can get the players playing, I don't think there's any reason why we can't go there and get something. Not saying we're going to go there and win, but there's no reason why we can't go there and get something. But let's see. Let's see. Andrew's in. Big up, mate. Says, again, the fan base divided. Absolutely. As always, we always are divided. And then says, I do wonder if we go down, will he get fired? Like I say, I think he must have some sort of something in his contract to say that he can, he can leave. I don't know. But we will see. Guys, if you're in there, smash a like. I've got no idea who's in there. If you're in there, smash a like, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Saying there's 135 people in there, which is fantastic. But who knows what to believe with YouTube because it's been playing woo all day. But if you are in there, smash that like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Really would mean the world. I am growing, trying to get towards 1,600. So any help would be much appreciated. Jonah said, looking at the last fixtures of the season, I can see the Hammers and Leeds drawing with each other to stay up, and it will be out of us and Forest who goes down. My heart couldn't handle that. Listen, it's going to go to the wire. There is no doubt about it. It is going to go to the wire. And I don't think it's just between us and West Ham. I really don't. I still think Leeds and Forest are in it, and we will see what happens. It's exciting though, right? As much as I'd love us to be safe. It's quite exciting us being in some sort of that we got something to play for. We're either challenging for a Champions League or Europe, or we're fighting relegation. I'm happy with that because there's something on it. There's jeopardy. Whereas if we're just boring mid-table, it'd be like, oh, does it matter? That's just me. I like the jeopardy in football. Charlie's in said I would play some youngsters as they have no fear. Also, Kudus may come back soon, and Matters will get a bit of time before the end of the season. Yeah, Kudus, I think, expected to be back after the international break, right? Might not make the Sunderland game, but will maybe hopefully get the Brighton game. As for Matters, you know what? I saw so much about him, and I really thought he's going to be back after the international break. But looking at his video yesterday, he's still quite a way away. He said himself is a couple of months away. He's not getting pain in his knee, but it's still not right. So I don't see him coming back now before the end of the season. It'd be nice if he does, but we will see. Thomas says the rot set in when Poch got sacked. 100% agree with that. The Sporting Journey says, please remember to smash a like and subscribe if you're new. Absolutely hit that subscribe button. It is so important. And Adam's in, big up Adam, says, nice Brucey bonus for keeping us up. I know, right? It's not bad, not a bad little day's work, that. 7-figure bonus if Spurs stay in the Premier League. Thomas says, too little, too late. He may be good in the Championship. Again, don't see him being here in the Championship if we go down. The Stoic saying, watch the Maddison video this morning. Great to see the guy making progress and keeping positive. It is. I bloody love Madders. I really do. I absolutely love him as a human being. He seems like a decent bloke and he's a great player. And I can't wait to get him back in the Spurs shirt. I really can. But I don't think it'll be till next season now. Do I see Maddison leaving if we go down? I don't, actually. I don't. I think, yeah, he may have to take a wage cut, but I actually think he'd stay. Listen, he may go now, but I think he'll stay. Adam says, do we think he will have a get-out clause if we get relegated? 100%. 100%, mate. I see that. Charlie says, look at how Van der Ven ignored Tudor. Can you imagine when Zerbi starts barking orders at him how much he was? Yeah, he won't, mate. He will have him in tears. Zerbi is an absolute animal. He won't take any shit. And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about him, yeah? We can talk about the politics of him, but he will not let these players get away with not putting the effort in. And it could be what we need. It really could. Daniel's in. We're not getting relegated. Sorry, Daniela. No, I agree. I think we'll be fine. I really do. Logan says, afternoon, Nige, mate. Big up. De Zerbi, personally, for me, is a no-go. But what can us fans do about it? Absolutely. We can't do anything about it, mate. We just have to get behind the team. And listen, I think we'll have enough to stay up, but we will see. We will see. Just lost my place there. Daniel saying, big up to you, Daniel. Hope you're well, mate. We could have God in charge and still wouldn't work with these owners. This is true. This is true. Queen Ellie saying, breaking news, De Zerbi says no lasagna to be served up. Absolutely. We cannot be eating lasagna again. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. It was going to be a quick hour, guys. If I've missed anyone in the chat, I really do. I am sorry. Rob Belcher, big up to you, Rob. Hope you're well, mate. Just going through a few of the people that I haven't seen in here yet. Big up to you, Rob. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. Paul G is in the house. Big up, Paul. Hope you're well, buddy. And the original Ghosted is back. Big up to you, Ghosted. Had your nemesis in earlier. But I hope you're well. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Tony Mills, big up to you, Tony. Thank you for coming in. Guys, let's see. Let's see if we can stay up, right? Let's see what we can do. Gears in as well. Big up to you, mate. Guys, if you haven't, please smash a like, hit the subscribe on your way out. I'm still going down the chat. So many. I'm so far behind. I do apologize. Big up, Eugene. And big up, mate, as well. Hope you're well. And Dignity in as well. Guys, like I said, if you haven't, smash a like, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. If I've missed anyone, I really do apologize. Have a great evening. Make sure you tune in to the Two Mark Show at 6 o'clock. They have a call-in show. It's going to be a good one. So, guys, see you now. Have a great evening. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.